Hi, welcome back to my booktube channel. This is going to be part 2 of my book outlet haul for February. This is box number 2. So like I said, I have a problem, but I'm going to chill out on the book buying for the next few months and just read the ones that I have. So I got a lot of like science fiction type books, a few retellings, a few random ones. First one is Bitter Greens by Kate Forsyth. It's a retelling of Rapunzel. A girl's father is caught stealing parsley, and he can either get his hands chopped off or trade in his daughter. So I guess his daughter gets traded in, and she has to spend her time in a tower. So she sings, hoping someone is going to hear her, and soon some guy does hear her. So this is just a retelling of Rapunzel. It sounds pretty interesting, kind of dark. I don't know, it's a pretty thick book, but I've heard lots of good things about this one. Next one is A Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. This is a retelling of Snow White, but set in Asia, which I think is exciting because I think Asian culture has always been interesting to me. I keep on getting Snow White retellings. Apparently that's popular right now. I don't know, man. The next one is Princess of the Silver Woods by Jessica Day George. This is the third in a series, and I kind of thought that you just read this like as a standalone. I'm not sure about that, as I think you might have had to read the first two to understand it completely. But it seems like a mixture of a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood and the 12 Dancing Princesses. So I just need to do more research and see if I can read this first, or I have to read the other two first. If you know, then put it in the comments. The next one is Illuminae by Amie Kaufman and J. Kristoff. This one is about a deadly plague that has broken out on a spaceship. People in charge they're hiding something, but they won't tell anyone what's going on. And like the story is told through like documents and letters and pictures. Like it's not a normal just like a normal way of storytelling. I heard it was just like really unique and interesting and wonderful things about, or so many people have said wonderful things about this book. So I'm excited to read this one. Next one is Pitch Dark by Courtney Alameda. This is another one that takes place in space, and I guess there's a spaceship with a chunk of Earth on it that's actually the key to saving the human race, but they don't know that. And then the spaceship like meets up with another spaceship in space, and they have to fight against monsters that kill with sound, or like aliens that kill with sound. And they have to make sure that that piece of Earth stays intact on their spaceship so they can save the human race. Kind of sounds like horror mixed with like sci-fi. I'm not really sure what genre this is, but the cover is cool. Hoping that one's good. I haven't heard anything about that one. And the next one is Brave New Girl by Rachel Vincent. This one is like a dystopia where there's a bunch of clones, and there's one girl who has a secret because she apparently has feelings for this guy who, it was called Trigger 17, and so she has feelings for him, but that means that she's flawed. So then she's wondering if she's the only flawed one or all of her clones are flawed. And I'm guessing it's just some kind of experiment in this like futuristic world. I don't know, but I love reading about things like that. The next one is Confessions by Kanae Minato. It was translated from Japanese, I believe. A teacher's students actually murdered her daughter I don't know how they murdered her. Maybe it was like an accident or they purposely murdered her. But the teacher is pissed off, of course, and so she's trying to get revenge at all these students. And I guess it puts the entire school in danger. It says, "You'll never look at a classroom the same way again." So that sounds dramatic. I like things that are like written or from like Asian cultures, because sometimes they have no chill, kind of, like their horror movies and like Korean dramas, like they're just like bluntly honest sometimes, and I appreciate that when these days everyone is offended by everything. So I'm hoping this one will be interesting. The next one is This Is Not a Test by Courtney Summers. I think this is like a zombie apocalypse book, and a bunch of teens, or no, there's six students taking cover in a high school, but the zombies won't stop pounding on the doors. I like imagining myself in like apocalyptic situations, and I just think about what I would do to survive. I don't know if other people enjoy thinking about that, but that's what I think about before I go to bed sometimes. The next is Gone by Michael Grant. This is a book about all of a sudden all of the adults on the planet have disappeared in the blink of an eye. Only people that are left are teen children and babies. It's just the kids that are in charge, and it's a pretty thick book. It sounds a lot like another book that was written before this called The Girl Who Owned a City, which I read in like elementary school. So I hope it's even better than that one, and that one was good too. The next one is YOLO, Juliet by William Shakespeare and Wright. So this is basically just Romeo and Juliet told through text messages, and it was only like $1 or something on Book Outlet, and I thought it would be really funny because like I don't think anyone even says YOLO anymore. But it's always made me laugh, so I'm guessing it's just gonna be like really stupid, but like stupid in a good way, you know, like sometimes you just need a good laugh. And I actually don't like Shakespeare. Like I had to read so many Shakespeare books in school, and I really am not a fan. But I'm hoping if it's like written for modern times, and I'll like it a little better. We'll see. Next one is Zodiac by Romina Russell. And this is about a galaxy where your sign determines which planet you call home. The young guardian of Cancer must find a way to unite all houses together because there's an ancient evil that's trying to destroy them all. And the front says, "Beware of the 13th sign." So I'm guessing like this 13th planet or like sign is trying to attack all the other signs. Because I think at one point there was 13 zodiac signs, and then with the 12-month calendar, like the 13th one got eliminated. I'm not really sure about the history of all that, but I'm super into like astrology and my sign. So I'm hoping this one will be interesting. Like always, it better be interesting because I do not like reading boring books. The next one is Ugly Love, where basically two people agree to like casually hook up, and the guy tells the girl that this is fine as long as she doesn't ask about the past and to not expect a future. So like no strings attached kind of thing. Like they were making a bunch of movies about that for a while. Like there's one with like Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis, I think. I don't know. I honestly bought this because I thought it was a thriller or a mystery, because it sounds like the guy is like hiding something, but it could just be like a romance. So it better not be like 50 Shades of Grey, because that is not my thing. So, I don't know. I mean, it's good to like branch out and read different types of things because I really try to avoid romance things. If that's what it's only about, like romance. The cover made it look like it was a thriller. So, it says Love Gets Ugly. So I really hope that is not like 50 Shades of Grey, and I'm hoping that there's a mystery involved. Okay, the next one is The Siren by Kiera. This one's about a girl whose life was in danger, but the ocean saved her. And in exchange, she has to become a siren and lure strangers to their deaths. Until one day she meets a guy that she has feelings for, and I'm guessing she does not want to drown this guy. And I guess, I don't know what will happen with that. But I love reading about mermaids, sirens. I consider them the same thing. So, yeah, I'm hoping this one will be good. And then it's the same person that wrote the Selection series. Which brings me to The Elite by Kiera, book 2 of the Selection series. I read the first book, The Selection, this month, and I liked it. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't as good as everyone was saying it was, but I liked it enough to want to continue on with the series. So I heard this one was just like about a love triangle, and I don't like love triangles, especially if you have problems with some of the characters. But I don't know, I'm still interested to see what happens in this, and I guess there are only 6 girls left. Next one is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This is about people with silver blood and red blood, and the people with silver blood are above the people with the red blood, and then one day some girl with red blood has like magical power, or she discovers she has an ability she didn't know she had, but that is like something that I was never seen in someone with red blood, so she has to hide this impossibility, and the king forces her into the role of a lost silver princess. So this book is about her just like hiding this secret and dealing with that. And I like reading about royalty usually because it reminds me of Game of Thrones. The next one is The 5 Daughters of the Moon, The Waning Moon Duology by Leena Likitalo. That's a fun last name. I'm probably saying it wrong, but this is about the Empire on the Moon, and it's teetering on the edge of a revolution, and the 5 Daughters of the Moon are the only ones that can determine its future. It's inspired by the 1917 Russian Revolution and the last months of the Romanov sisters. So to me, that sounds like a retelling of Anastasia on the Moon. I don't know, but the cover is beautiful. And is it just me, or does this girl look like me without makeup on? Yeah, I don't know. But it's a small book. I've never heard of it before, but I love the moon, and I love Anastasia, and royalty, and stuff like that. So it might be good. And the last one is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. And this is the 4th book in the series, but it's not really the 4th book. It's like 3.5, like it's a novella or whatever, like just to make people happy while they're waiting for the 4th book to come around. But what's really sad is I don't have the 2nd or 3rd books in this series, and I really love the first one. So I'm waiting to find them on sale somewhere because I hate paying full price for books. But I got this one now because it's like, it was only like $7 compared to like, I think originally this is like 18 bucks. So I had to get it while it was cheap, and I need to get all the books so I can read all of them because I love them. So that concludes this part 2 book outlet haul, and it'll probably be my last book outlet haul for a while. My next video will probably be the books that I read in February, and then next month I might do like a thrift book haul because I gotta save money and I have too many books already anyway, so we'll see what happens. But if you like this video and this channel, please subscribe because I love all my subscribers, and thanks for watching. Bye.